Well, hello. Welcome, you guys. It is just James, okay? And I wanted to bring back a little something I used to do on this channel like a long time ago. I used to talk about movies and pop culture and stuff like that because in between the doll videos, I want to do something that's a little easy. It also helps you get to know me a little more and some of the stuff that shaped me as an individual. So, I want to talk to you today about witch movies. Yes, particularly one witch movie I always return to. It is my comfort movie. I watch this all the time. Like I'm sick or I'm home alone and I'm just feeling down. I'll put this movie on, always cheers me up. I'm, of course, talking about practical magic. Let me take a sip of my witch's brew before we get into this. Ooh, Grey Goose got me feeling kind of loose. I might have put a little bit too much in there. Not gonna lie. But let's talk about practical magic. This movie I remember watching back in the late 90s. My sister Rosie actually got this for Christmas. And I remember seeing it and wondering like, We put it on, we watched it. And as soon as it hits that opening credits, you're immediately invested. Because if you don't know this about me already, I fucking love witches. I really do. I love a witch movie. I don't care if they're good witches, bad witches. I don't care. I'm watching. I'm seated. Is it a perfect movie? No. Does it deviate wildly from its source material? Yes. But is it somehow better? Yes. So I have to say, I have not read the Practical Magic books. I started and I didn't finish it, and I ended up just asking my girlfriends, like, is it worth investing all my time in these books? And they said not to bother, just watch the movie. If you enjoyed that experience, you're probably not going to enjoy the books. Because I guess it does deviate wildly from the books. If you have read them, please let me know if I'm missing out. I'd love to return them. Maybe they have an audiobook or something I listen to while I'm on the treadmill or something. But definitely, it's based on a book series, not putting it down. It wasn't for me when I picked it up initially. But I was also a teenager, so take that with a grain of salt. It probably is pretty good. I just haven't revisited that. So we open up with a witch hanging. Okay, it's a witch trial. The great ancestor of the Owens women is being put to death because apparently she seduced the husbands of a lot of the women in the town, and a lot of them were on the hanging committee. So, needless to say, her days were fucking numbered, girl. As they're about to release her and she's about to be hung, the rope magically snaps. And you see that wonderful shot of her bare feet hitting that dirt floor, and dust flies up, and that fucking awesome score kicks in. Okay, the score in this movie, the music in this movie in particular, is so good. So, this score kicks in. This score, every time I hear it, it's like when you hear the opening instruments of Man, I Feel Like a Woman. You just kick the fucking doors off the frames, okay? This score hits you right in the feels. And you're immediately like, all right, let's fucking do this. She makes a break for it. She fucking books it. Hands are bound behind her. She is making her way to another island. And she ends up on this desert island where she's fully just left there, feral, pregnant. Yeah, she was knocked up by one of the husbands in the town. So she's got a baby brewing. And she's scorned. She's a woman scorned, and she vows and puts a curse on herself that she would never feel the pain of love again, which ends up lasting for generations. The generations of Owens women, they'll fall in love, they'll have a family, and it's marital bliss for a good few years. And then suddenly, they hear the ticking of the Death Watch beetle, which is such a good story piece. The Death Watch beetle will start to tick, and they know that their husband is doomed to die. And this curse has gone on for generations of women. And we end up with Sally Owens and her sister, Jillian Owens, played by Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, which honestly is my favorite fucking movie of all of them. I love their careers. They had such really interesting, really diverse and cool roles, but I always return to this one. This is the one I really think of when it's okay, I enjoy this the most out of all of your movies. Sandra Bullock especially, she was known as the romantic comedy girl of the era. So this was nothing new for her. But the fact we added witchcraft to it, and she's such a good, strong female lead, you get really, really invested in her. And you feel for her when she feels this heartbreak. And we get good flashbacks of them as children, being bullied by the town and being called witches. They're ostracized from the town. And they end up living with their aunts, so these spinster, crazy, whimsical aunts, because their mother dies of a broken heart. Because her husband hears the ticking of the Death Watch beetle and he dies. So they're orphaned and they go to live with their mischievous aunts, who are also, you look at them, it's them bitches are some witches. Y'all are witches, okay? It's long ass hair. They wear nothing but black and shawls and lace, and they live in a weird ass house. The house in this movie, the house, okay? It kind of reminds me of the movie Boom. If you ever watched it with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, it's this amazing house that cannot exist, makes no sense, but you just are in love with it. And this is such like that fantasy Cape Cod mansion that you all dream of owning and living in. Like something that fucking Kristen McConnell will be living in, you know? Like it's very that kind of vibes. Like it's witchy, it's cottage core, it's elegant all at the same time with like a little Victorian thrown in there. They got spiraling staircases, a fucking gigantic attic, a conservatory, an herb garden. Like it's everything. You will fall in love with this house. If you're like even big on like architecture and like, you know, all sorts of things related to like real estate. This house is like every real estate agent's dream. Like I bet you they all nut looking at this thing. But we have our spinster aunts played by Diane Wiest and Stockard Channing, who at this point, we're not really that long in the tooth, but they're playing much older. And it just works. Like they never age and you just go with it. Like, okay, I don't care. And they love all these women. Like they stack this cast really, really well. Like all the main female leads are all people you really want to root for. And you look at their careers before this and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. We're doing it. The sisters end up taking very different paths. Like Sally decides to renounce magic, but let's return to the plot. So as they're little girls, they make a pact. Like Sally learns that her mother died of a broken heart because of the curse. So she puts a spell on herself that she'll never feel the pain of love. And she sends it off into the universe. And she basically creates like the most impossible guy imaginable. Someone who couldn't possibly exist. So that she'll never feel that pain. And Jillian, on the other hand, is just like, bitch, I can't wait to fall in love. All right, I'm going to be a baddie. Flash forward to the future. They're young women. Jillian is running away with boy number fucking 18. Who knows at this point? Like her body count is major. All right. She's got the dragon snatch. The men in her life do not survive. And Sally is a little more buttoned up. She's a little prim and proper because she doesn't want to like fall in love. Because again, like it's always looming in the back of her mind. Like whoever I like marry and have kids with is going to fucking die anyway. So what am I bothering? Her aunts sense that she's becoming hardened, especially after Jillian runs away. They devise a plot and put a love spell on her. So that a man in town will see her, woo her, and she'll know love. And it works. And it's one of those scenes where it's so corny. Like, you watch it, and, like, it's been often parodied on TikTok and stuff. Like, Faith Hill's This Kiss is playing and everything. But I just fucking love it. Like, you see, like, Sandra Bullock digging in the dirt and everything, and she just stops in her tracks and just fucking runs like it's weapons. You could totally respin this as a horror movie, and it would totally work. But I just love it. Like, you see Sandra Bullock running in her fucking Daisy Dukes and her boots and her long-ass hair. And she ends up with a pretty hot guy who's just like a stock guy working for the fishing company or something. Like he's just a mover. And they end up marrying and falling in love and having kids. And it's very beautiful until that fucking Death Watch Beetle man. I'm telling you, the Beetle's the biggest villain in the movie, okay? That fucking Beetle shows up and ruins everything. And this is the last time you really see it, which is crazy. Because it's such an antagonist they built up. It's such a good storytelling device they use to like push everything along. So her husband dies, and like an accident, I still don't understand how this would have happened. Like he's in the middle of like a marathon for some fucking reason that's happening on the Cape, and then he gets hit by a truck and dies. And now Sandra Bullock is depressed, which I can imagine so, because she's stuck with all these kids. How is she going to raise all these kids? She's got all these kids. She's got her weird-ass aunts. She's got a store she's running where she's selling crazy-ass artisanal soaps that have a bunch of weird spinsters in there working with her. And on top of that, she has lost some good dick. Like, her man is dead. So she got to raise all this shit by herself. She's a single mom. Like, she's going through it. So she's depressed. She's bed rotting. And her kids are just like, bitch, get up. Girl, get up. Oh, I forgot to mention, her and her sister made like a blood pact. So like she rubs the scar on her hand. And like suddenly Jillian knows her sister's in trouble and needs her. So she like, fucking the time traveling in this movie will crack you up. Like nothing makes any sense. Like she somehow goes from like one side of the country all the way to the Cape to go find her. At least I think it's the Cape. It feels like it's the Cape. It was like Rhode Island or something. Where the fuck are they? They never truly establish it. You just know it's a whimsical seaside village and that's all you need to know. It could be Cabot Cove for all I know. Jillian rushes to her side and you get that wonderful sisterly bond. That's another thing about this movie I love is the like sisterly bond. Like, girl, it is so good and you will so enjoy it because it's like that good family love that in other movies can seem kind of corny, but the fact we put like witchcraft and everything in that, like they just love each other. And Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman have such good chemistry in this. Like you really do feel like they're sisters, even though they look nothing alike. Like Nicole Kidman has this fright ass red hair, which I think is a wig. I'm almost certain. I will die on a hill. I think it's a wig. I don't think that's her hair. And then there is Sandra Bullock with her long ass brown hair, like the little brown one. She gets kind of the dowdy role, but I swear, she's a bit of a slug the first half of the movie, but she really picks up when the plot picks up. Jillian lets Sally know that she's dating some crazy ass guy, right? Like, she's got the fuckboy to end all fuckboys. His name's Jimmy Angelo. He's from Bulgaria. He's crazy. He's dark. He's mysterious. He's probably gonna fucking kill her. It's kind of giving killer. Like, she knows nothing about this man and the fact that, like, where he's from and his name. And that he's sexy as hell. And, like, you see the little, like, backstory of how they meet at a pool party where she is just having so much fun. That great song, Is This Real? Starts playing. It's really, like, dark and sexy and it's, like, kind of scary because it looks like he's probably gonna fucking kill you, girl. Like, Jilly, you're in danger, girl. Like, this man's gonna fucking kill you. And turns out I was right because he's a serial murderer. Like, he's a serial killer that murders all of his girlfriends and brands them with his fucking ring. Yeah, he brands them. As luck would have it, Jillian phones Sally, letting her know, like, shit's hit the fan. This man is crazy. Come and get me. And she, again, time traveling. She flies all the way across the country somehow and gets to her in the nick of time. Like, fully, there's, like, it feels like magic the way she drives to the desert. And it's just, like, transitions from, like, you know, Rhode Island to Texas. Like, did you fucking drive here? How did you get here? Anyways. She's held up in a hotel. He beat the shit out of her and she wants to leave. But she doesn't leave until she gets, like, her tiger's eye, which, to this day, y'all who are witchy, let me know down below. All the Wiccans in the audience. What the fuck is a tiger's eye? Is it like a feather? Is it a stone? What is that? Is it a piece of jewelry? What is that? Yeah, I still don't know what she goes back for and why she just can't go to a roadside attraction and get another one. Like, girl, I'm sure every other bitch is selling something like that on the side of the road. You can get another one. So we got tiger's eyes at home, girl. They end up getting captured by Jimmy, and he's holding them hostage, basically, like, in their car. And he's driving with them, he's drinking, and this is where it really starts to pick up. Like I told you, Sandra Bullock, she starts to kick some ass here, because, like, she's, like, super sharp. She can see around corners and shit, right? So she's, like, teletyping with her eyes, like, communicating with her sisters, and, like, you can see them, like, casting spells with each other. They become telekinetics at this point. And you see, like, Jillian leaning in from herself, just like, the nightshade's in my bag. I'm like, yes! Sandra Bullock just gives, like, this knowing evil smile, just like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Yeah. She ends up drugging his alcohol, and she might have used too much because he ends up dead. So, like, she kills him with the nightshade. And Jimmy Angelo is dead in the back of their car, but, like, this happens right as he's about to fucking brand her. Like, he's heating up his ring and telling a story about cowboys, and about to, like, sear her sister with his ring. And she ends up stopping and making him drink the drink, and he ends up taking too much. He passes out, and boom, he's dead. And rather than just leaving his body there, because he's like a gigantic piece of shit serial killer, but I guess they don't know that yet, but they could just left his body in the middle of the desert and no one would have been all the wiser. Like, the world would not have missed him. But for some crazy-ass reason, because we need to have a movie, they drag his dead body back to Rhode Island or where the fuck and start performing a blood ritual on him. And it's cute. It's intense. They really temper it down with the humor. Like, they didn't have anything to draw a star, like any chalk or anything. So they use whipped cream. And you even see Sandra Bullock take a little sip of the whipped cream and she gets a taste of the star. It's everything. He comes back to life and tries to kill her sister. Sandra Bullock bashes him in the back of the head with a frying pan, killing him again. And that's all I'm going to tell you about right now because you have to watch this movie. It's so enjoyable. But this is my favorite stuff about this movie. And it's honestly held on for so long because, again, the performances from the actresses in this movie don't get talked about enough. Like, this movie did fairly well when it came out, but it's really, really picked up in later years. Like, people love this movie. And I can understand why watching. Like, I constantly come back to it. Like, I get really depressed whenever a streaming service takes it down. Like, it was on Hulu forever, and I was watching it there, and I had to get fucking HBO Max just to watch it. I have it on DVD too, so I could easily just pop that in, but I like the convenience, okay? Nicole Kidman, Sandra Bullock as witches in a small town where everyone's a witch hater. Diane Wiest, motherfucking Stockard Channing, journeywoman actresses, they hold their own. They really push this shit along. Everyone is so likable. And even, like, the nasty people in the town who are kind of snobby and look down upon them, like, they're all very, very well written and very well acted to where it's just like, you'd want to live in this town if you were there. Like, you'd want to be friends with everybody here. Like, it's one of those feel-good movies that I truly, truly love. And especially that vision of all of them jumping off the roof. Girl, it's everything. You're going to love it. I'm telling you right now, if you are gay or anything, watch this movie. It's totally up there. Like, you'll enjoy it. You will enjoy yourself. Like, we're all trying to escape the shit right now. If you want to watch a movie that's like a feel-good, nonsensical, whimsical ride that make you feel good in these trying times, definitely check out Practical Magic. You'll watch it and you'll understand why I am obsessed with this. Okay? Now, this has been a fun little recap of Practical Magic. Let me know what your favorite moment from this movie is, or am I doing too much? Please let me know down below. Am I doing too much? Is this too much for you? Please let me know. All right? Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And until next time, bye!
Well, it's over now. Click my next YouTube video. Like, comment, and subscribe.